So the goal for this live is going to be plotting out the bottom half of the kingdom down here. I put a fence down for a rough out draft for it, but we're going to plot some buildings down, put them down, create a path comes along this way, align it with some buildings, have the buildings run this row, I'm thinking, and have them end somewhere roughly over here. Maybe do like 2 rows of buildings that go along that way. Maybe put a church in there, and then we'll have our entrance to the kingdom right here. I think that's gonna be the plan. That's what we're gonna go for at least. Nick, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Diego, Sarah, welcome in, welcome in. How are y'all? What we got going on today, you all? So these, let's change it so they don't look so generic, because quite frankly, we got to change that up. Just so when we plot them down. So I think for this little spot, we'll just make this the walking path, because if we put a building too tall, we're gonna hit that. So we'll do this over here. Welcome in, welcome in. How are y'all doing? Is that a pet spa? Scott, welcome in. Matthew, Scott, how are you? How are you? What you got going on today? And you know, for these buildings, I kind of want to make them a little taller as well, but I think we might have to just drive these first ones kind of short and then build them up. Love to see what we can do with them. Because if we put them too tall, they'll be competing with this. And we don't want them quite competing with our floating kingdom. Let's see, let's see. Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing, friend? How are you today? And you know, with this building, we might be able to do something different with this building. Do like a catty corner thing. Here, let's actually delete that. Doing well, how about me? I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain at all. Let's do a catty corner building right here. We have to go and plot this out. Let's put a door on it. Kind of plot out where we want it. Caitlin, welcome in. Caitlin, not Caitlin. Welcome in. Angel, welcome in. Coming in with the 2 roses. How are y'all? The buildings are so cute. This game is just cute in general. What's the plan for today? So the plan for today, right now we've got to finish this out, right? We've been working on, I looked back to see when we started this build, and this month I streamed like 20 hours less than I did last month. So we're behind. We are behind. So that's why it seems like it's taking so long, because I just haven't streamed as much. I guess life's just been busy. I don't know. But with that being said, today the goal is we're going to plot these buildings out. So I'm thinking we're going to do a row of tight buildings, multi-story, like apartment style business combination buildings through here. Then we're going to do a back row doing about the same. We might put a church in here somewhere. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll put a church up here. I don't know. We don't really have, besides the big kingdom, which I feel like the big kingdom could be a combination of all of it. between like a kingdom, grand hall, church, cathedral. I don't know. I feel like it can be all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So we might not even put a church down here, in all honesty. And right now they're all just looking very generic and they're just getting plotted out. So keep that in mind as well. But we're doing a little bit of a more, I don't know why, doing a little bit of a more focused building for this corner piece right here. But with that being said, I think we can do a rough plot of how we want it coming out. Then something like that potentially. But we need to make it look like it's the exact same building. We'll figure it out. Best cozy chill game for sure. It is. How are you doing? Welcome in. Then let's stretch it out like this. And we can figure this roof situation out as we do it. We'll figure it out. But we have that corner building, corner entranceway right there. The sounds are so satisfying, yes. Like this game, the developers of this game did a phenomenal job with pretty much everything about it. Hitting the ASMR, the cozy, all that good stuff. The developers did a phenomenal job with it. Let's get our path going through here. Kaya, welcome in. Glad you made it in, friend. Also, Angel, thank you so much for the heart me's, the tiny Carls, the Go Populars, and the Rose. Thank you so much, friend. How are you doing today, Kaya? What you got going on? How's your cat? Did your cat finally get some food? I saw your post. Whew. Looked like he was hungry. Looked like he was about to starve, to be honest. Let's do a little bit of an offset. Do we want to back it in a little bit? We'll back it in a little bit. Like I said, we'll come back through and edit these and make them fit a little better, per se. He did. Hungry Boy's fed. Let's go. The grass is moving. Yeah. So like the developers of this game, we always talk about the tiny details that they did, but like they really hit home with a lot of it and the simplicity of it. Like it's not even that crazy of graphics. It's just, it looks good. You know, like they kind of look like, I always say they look like Post-it notes, which they kind of do. And it just looks good. Numbers, welcome in. How are you doing? Kia, welcome in, welcome in. How are you all? Llama, welcome in. Thank you for the heartbeat. Kia, thank you for the heartbeat as well, friend. How are y'all doing? What we got going on today? Tell me the plans. It's Saturday. What's the plans? Should be like a building by itself right there. Oh gosh. Oh no. Let's move this guy out of the way. I'm watching you on 2 phones. Let's go. Starting my kid early. Let's go. Tinker, welcome in, welcome in. You're so good at this. Girl, it takes time. Definitely takes time. This map has taken us so long. I'll be honest about it. It's taken us a long time. Control Z, welcome in, friend. How's your vacation? I imagine you're completely back, completely off vacation mode. That was like a week and a half ago. I feel like, you know, maybe we'll do these buildings. We'll have this path come along. Maybe this area might be like a little park or something per se. Maybe we'll leave that open a little bit and have a building come in in this direction, just to change it up a little bit. Do we want to get closer to the water? I feel like that might be a good switch up as well. Nat, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Jet lag kicked your butt for real. For real. I feel you on that. I don't travel much, so I can't say I've experienced that much jet lag, but I can only imagine. Scoot that in a little bit. Be overlapping on the backside. Delete our path right here. Work on Xbox? It does not. Unfortunately, it does not. Hopefully one day the developers will bring it to the consoles, but for right now it's only available on PC, Mac, and Steam Decks. So maybe one day we'll do something back here to make this look better. Maybe even, I don't know if this will look good, but maybe we can do something back here to cram it in there. We'll see. As we go through, I might delete some of these buildings. I might completely adjust their layout. I don't know. Do you build a village? Yeah, so that's exactly what we do. That's exactly what you do in this game. So right now we're working on a floating kingdom. So this whole kingdom is floating in itself. Docs, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for the follow, friend. Thank you for the follow. Far Cry, thank you for the follow as well. And is that Kit Kat? I don't know how to say that, but welcome in. Thank you for the follow. 3 new followers coming in. We got 151 people in here at the moment. 9,000 likes, 4 new followers, 5 gifters, 700 people have stopped by so far. P. Vanix, welcome in, welcome in. The kind of game I enjoy, absolutely. The official Easy Baked Oven. Let's go. How are you doing, friend? How are you? Controls, yeah. Imagine your vacation was good, though. Llama, all the chores are done. Washing, vacuuming, etc. Oh, that's what you're doing right now? Shoo! Hopefully you got the headphones in. Hopefully you got the headphones in. Bean. Where's Bean at? Is Bean in here yet? Patty, how are you doing? Colton, welcome in. Don't remind me I have chores still. For real. Isn't it tragic? Your voice is so soothing. Same with the game. Thank you so much. Torture, welcome in, welcome in. Alright, so I think, honestly, this might be the setup that we do for this, because we can't do too much. We might do, let's do like a couple buildings back here, possibly. How do we want to do this? Because we still have to make the entryway. We're going to make the entryway come in, and just keep in mind, this is all just kind of rough planning. Or have the entryway come in this way. And then I guess we can split it. We can go back this way and go this way. Put a whole bunch of trees and such stuff back here. Maybe like a little farm area back here. And then this will be the dense area. This will be our stairway. We have 2 stairways going up. And then this one that goes off to the side over to the little loading dock area with another stairway. And that'll be kind of how we get to, and honestly up here, instead of doing a watchtower up here, we might just change the style up and do these same style of buildings. And this will be kind of like the royalty area, I suppose, because these buildings definitely look more fancy than what we have laid out down here so far. Lowest, welcome in. Trees, welcome in. Thank you for the heart me. Ambu, welcome in. Thank you for the 2 roses. Nat with the 3 donuts, taking the title gifting spot. Thank you, thank you. How are y'all doing? The leveling is amazing, thank you. Rough week at work, coming back from vacation sucks. I think we can all agree with that. You know, thinking about this spot, we never put windows up here. Where do you go to get up to the castle, Vanix? So that's kind of, We're gonna kind of leave that a mystery. One of the things that we're gonna do before we finish this village out is we're gonna put stairs down across the bottom like this. We're gonna delete the base out so they have these sparkles. We're gonna make them skinny, and we're gonna kind of like tuck them in down here underneath the village and hope that they kind of blend in a bit, per se. But we're gonna do that so that gives the kingdom a floating look a little more when you look at it. But how they get up there, you know, it'll be a mystery for the village, I guess. Only the people that know the village know how to get up there, I suppose. You know what I mean? And you know, it's a game. It's fantasy. Dragons, yeah. Llama for sure. Dragons will get you up there. Jeremy, welcome in. Anthony, welcome in. Welcome in. How are y'all doing? Is your voice real? Yes. 100% real. 100% real. He's lying. Patty, stop calling me out. You can't keep telling everybody my secrets. You know, honestly, how challenging is it to do a building that comes out to a point right here? I feel like it's definitely going to be tough. And then let's do a long building that meets that building right there. Let's make sure we square this up fairly well. And then we'll do another one that comes away from it. I like this angle. We'll fix the roof line. We'll make the roof line look better. And honestly, this one will kind of bring it out just a little bit. We'll do something like that. Star, welcome in, welcome in. What was the inspo? Girl, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. Ambute, thank you as well for the hi bear friend. Thank you so much. Trees, welcome in. How are you doing? How are you enjoying your Saturday? What you got going on today, Trees? Did I miss you in the chat? Did I miss you? Let's see. We definitely have to get the angle right on this. Definitely not quite right, but it'll be alright. We'll work with it. It does look better than what it did when we first started with it. Mama, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Patty says BRB. So what's everyone's plan for dinner, lunch? What we got going on? It's just after lunch here. What everyone have for lunch? Let's talk about that first. Tell me your lunch plans. Did we just get another Gigi in here? Where's Judgy at? I haven't seen her in a minute. All right, and then back here, I guess we'll connect this building. Like this. And like I said, we'll come through and we'll do all the fine tuning. Jellybean, welcome in. Just woke in. Just woke up. Lunch is coming up. Probably gotta do McDonald's because it's just you and your three boys. Hey, I don't blame you one bit. I don't blame you one bit at all. McDonald's, Taco Bell, Arby's. I can't blame you. Quick and easy. You know? Let's send this guy around like this. Possibly. And then maybe a short one to finish it off. I don't know, we can adjust all these things. This is all just a rough layout. You make me sleepy. Oh, hopefully you're not driving. Hopefully you're not driving. Rapture, superfan status coming in. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the Tiny Carls, the Heart Meat, and the Go Populars. Also, Supermark with the Heart Meat, the Go Popular, and the Tiny Carl as well. How are y'all doing? Thanks for coming in, you all. Looney as well with the Rose. Let's go. How are you? Thank you, thank you. Cloudy? Girl, how are you? How are you doing? Everything going well? All right. Let's double check, make sure we finish this building off before we move on. So we got doors on this side, doors and windows. I don't know how I feel about those windows, but we're gonna keep it. We got these doors. These guys are a different color, but that's all right because we're down here on the bottom level and this is on the middle level. So I think that'll be fine. Got windows and doors. Pam, welcome in. How are you doing, friend? How's your day going? We got this guy with the blue door. That's all right. Got a blue door up here. And blue windows and such stuff. So let's put some windows in here. And when we put them down, we'll probably have to edit them. Get them being blue as well. Do a double window right there. Pretty good. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I can't complain. My wife, she is over at one of her coworkers' daughter's 12th birthday party, I think. And so one of her other coworkers, well, several of her other coworkers are going that she's meeting. So I was like, girl, you're on your own. I am going to play Tiny Glade. Pet Daily, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? So I already told her how it is. I'll let her know. I'll let her know early. We're doing Tiny Glade today. Girl. 80. You know how it is. You know how it is. Do you want to do these dark? Those guys, what do they look like white? Or a lighter color? It does match everything else. And I feel like if we were to do those dark and these light, it might kind of give it a different look. What do we think? Where do you find the doors? So, dwarf, when you do the doors, when you put your buildings down, like right here, right? So you take your windows and you put your windows down, and all of these icons down here, all of them are windows. So it does make it a little bit tricky, but when you do your windows, all you do is you drag them down to the base of your building and they become doors, just like that. And then same thing with before you place them on the wall, if you just have them like this and you bring them down, they turn into doors. It does it with your cathedral style windows, like that, but it does not do it with your arrow style windows. Your arrow ones just stay like they are, just as an FYI. And then another trick for you, say you're trying to take a window and put it all the way down at the ground without it snapping to a door, you can hold the control key and it allows you to bring it all the way to the ground rather than taking it all the way to the ground and it becoming a door. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. We're at 17,000 likes. So far, we've been going live for 24 minutes. We're at 18,000 likes, 12 new followers, 11 people have come in with gifts, 2,000 people have stopped by the live so far, and we're at 179 people in here at the moment. So if you're new here, if you haven't done so, do me a favor, drop a follow, send some likes, show me some favor, show some love. It helps us out tremendously. 6, welcome in, welcome in. Major Mama, Major Ma'am, welcome in. How are you? I'm learning a lot in this game. Yeah, for sure. Do you have this game? If you have this game, 10 out of 10 recommend. joining the Discord, sharing your builds, and showing us what you made. Is this modded? No, this is all Major Mama. I think it's Major Ma'am. I think it's Major Ma'am, not Major Mama. But that would be funny, Major Mama. But anyways, if you have this game, join the Discord, share your builds. Morgs, welcome in. Thank you for the heart, my friend. Parts for the medical pump you're making for your son just came in from Amazon. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Let's adjust the height of this building. Yeah, it's a little. Oh goodness. See, this is where our builds take us forever, because we could. Oops. Did we just get rid of that tree? We want to keep that tree. We could just do this kind of like a standard build with not much to it. But one of the things that we do, we always go in and we add a lot of detail. So I kind of want to put a row of flowers right there. I'm Major Man because I'm bossy to my husband. That's hilarious. That's awesome though. Remember, don't go overboard with it. I gotta remind my wife of that sometimes. Like, well, listen, okay? It's a team effort. Can't be going crazy in here. You know what I mean? But it's funny. I get it. Let's see. Wives wear the pants for sure. Team Wives, let's go. Let's go. Brats, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. What happened at the time I wasn't there? So we finished the Floating Kingdom. We pretty much finished up here. We need to, I think we're going to delete the Watchtower area that we started. And I say we started, we didn't really start much, but we're going to continue with these style houses up here. That's going to be the plan. We might do a church up here. I'm not for sure yet. Church, those style houses, not for sure. But we did those houses. We have our bar up here. Pretty cool looking, I think. We did a different style, like railing wall type of thing for the bar. Something we've never done before. So I think that looks pretty neat. Morgs, it's popping off in here. Morgs, girl, you're popping off in here. How are you doing? Why is the castle floating? Friend, this is a video game. We are in the land of make-believe, per se. So we can do anything. And because of that, why not make it floating? You know what I mean? Why stick to the regular? Morgs, you too, though, ex-girl. Pink Moss, TR, Aloe, welcome in. Welcome in. Matey, how are you doing, friend? How are you? Darren, would be so cool if there are people. Yeah, I agree. It would be pretty neat if there were people. But if we did have people, I would love to be able to disable them. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I might not want people. Or customize where you put them. You know what I mean? E. Did we get another E in here? E. Say something in the chat, friend. E. E doesn't even know. First time coming in here, E? Oh, gosh. E. Just say no. Favorite letter. Okay, don't make it weird. Don't make it weird, but just say no. Favorite letter. Don't make it weird. Okay, it's only gonna be weird if you make it weird, so don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. Alright. Pinned message, Vanix, I'm off to sleep. Hopefully I can join you live next time. Bye. Hey, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being here. Don't make it weird. Love you, bye. Smooches, all that good stuff. And he unfollowed. Oh, goodness. He deleted my name in the heart. That's crazy, Morgs. I would never do that. I would never do that. That is crazy. Is Tiny Glade pretty customizable, or do you have trouble creating new things? No, so it's very customizable. Magnificent Swan, YE though? Girl, it's always going to be a mystery. Until you know, it's always going to be a mystery. So is it customizable? Yes. Like, so a lot of these buildings, when I do my maps, I try to do things to kind of look similar to each other so it looks cohesive, right? Because if you do things that look completely different all over the place, then it might not look like a village that was put together by like the same architects or something like that. So what we do a lot of the same style buildings, and we'll do some differential features to them to make them stand out. But for the most part, a lot of them are the same. And keep in mind, these are just roughly placed and not edited yet. Just keep that in mind with these buildings. But you can do a lot of editing with them. So let's do like this building right here. That's kind of just by itself. You have your edit tool down here. You can change the color of the wood in the framing. You can change the color of the plaster that's on it. You can change color of the bricks. You can change the amount of plaster. You can change it from being wood framed to just brick. You can change color of the roofs. You can change color of the doors and the windows as well. You can right click it, change color of the style of the roofs, the height, the length, the width, so on and so forth. If you don't like it, you just hit the undo button. 80. Thanks for being in. Hopefully you enjoy your food, enjoy your day, get something good, have an extra bite for me. Matey, you leaving? I see you say love you bye in there. But 80, as always, love you bye. Big smooches. Catch you next time, friend. I want to play your villages in the game. Control Z for real. I do wish, you know, if these were, if you could export these to a game file for someone else to build a game based on it, it'd be crazy. You know what I mean? All right, we got to do some detail. Let's talk and let's do some detail. So for anyone that's new, this is Tiny Glade. If you haven't done so already, do me a favor, drop a follow, show some love, send some likes in the chat, say something, send a heart me if you really want to. Don't have to. The gifts are always optional. Definitely appreciate it. Helps the live grow. But thank you all for being here. Thanks for being part of it. It might get a little crazy with the camera. Not him ignoring me. I take the love you bye back. Morgs, are you leaving? Girl, you just got here. What do you mean? No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's fine if you're leaving. How big do we want to do these buildings? I think we're gonna keep them kind of low for right here. Millie, welcome in. How are you doing? How are you? You have to babysit? Girl, tell that baby to babysit itself. You know what I mean? Tell that baby you ain't got time for that. You ain't got time for that. You ain't trying to play baby mama. That ain't your child. No, I'm just kidding. Good luck babysitting. We're just gonna kind of roughly do a lot of this. Here's a trick that we can do for stairs as well. We're gonna cut the stairs in this little path right here. But you can use the water tool like that and do a little feature like that. Except we'll clean it up. And what might help us out with this is if we raise it up and delete the base of it. And let's add a dot right there. Sometimes it is a little challenging seeing the angle of things though, but I think it looks all right. 80, welcome in, welcome in. What is this game? So this is Tiny Glade. It's kind of like SimCity and Minecraft had a beautiful child together, but it was a lot simpler and a lot more aesthetically appealing. So on this build, we have a floating kingdom that we're working on. That's the main focal point of this, is we have a floating kingdom, and then we have it surrounded. How do you find the inspo? I want to play, but I wouldn't know what to build. So, and that's the thing with this. I tell people all the time, if they're afraid that they don't have the inspiration or the creativity for this game, then just put yourself on Google Maps, Google Earth, or whatever the case may be. Somewhere in the town, the county, the city, a area from a TV show, an area from a video game or something like that that's inspired by somewhere. Just put yourself there on Google Maps, on Street View, Satellite View, 3D View, whatever you can do, and use that as inspiration and recreate what they already have in real life. You know what I mean? That's what I always recommend to people. And honestly, one of the big things when doing that, keep in mind the scale of your buildings, right? So let's look back at this building. What building were we messing with? So this building right here, let's put a door on it. So when we put a door on this, if we're intending this building to be a single story, single family, small medieval style home, check out the view of it, right? So when we're looking at this, we can see the door and the window, and then we have this huge gap from the top of the window to the roof line. So we can get the scale correct by right-clicking it, lowering the roof line down, and then you can check the size. And you know, it's a little wide, but that's all right. And you got to kind of plan out like the inside of this. Like if we were to go into this and this were the front door, we can do a double window over here for like the living room. Think of this maybe as like a bedroom over here. And so if this is going to be the living room, let's put a chimney over here, because obviously that's going to be in the living room. And then on the back side, maybe we'll have the kitchen back here. So usually on the back side where your kitchen is, you're going to have an exit door over there. We'll do some sort of a big window for it. Maybe a little small window for like a pantry or a bathroom or something over here in this area. And you kind of map out how the building is in your head. You know what I mean? But the big thing, what I'm getting at, is one of the big things when people start playing this game is they do their buildings way too big. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind the size, the scale, and really honestly, even this might be a little too big, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Amy, welcome in. How are you doing? It'd be so cool if they add NPCs. Yeah, if they added NPCs, I want to be able to add them and remove them, though. You know what I mean? Does it have seasons? It does. Anytime you want to change the seasons, you can load your map. Click this little leaf right here, and here's all your seasons. The seasons alternate as well, from kind of like a warm tone and a cool tone. So your summer, that's kind of like a warm tone. Just kidding. That's kind of more like a cool tone, warm tone, cool, warm, and then winter's kind of grayish. And in the wintertime, it does snow. But that's how you change the seasons. Lang, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Matey, I need to go. Hey, thanks for being here. As always, we always enjoy your company. Big smooches. Love you, bye. Don't make it weird. We'll catch you next time. All right, friend? How do you get the roof overhangs on the sidings? So one of the things that we always do in this game, one of the things I always talk about is stacking. So when we're stacking, let's do an overhang on this part of the building right here, just as a, actually, I don't think it's gonna be good for that one. Let's do an overhang on this building. So we'll do an overhang and an entranceway like how this one is, where we have those steps going up to the door. Patty, what did I miss? You missed everything. You missed everything. Also, Control Z. Thank you for the 20 GGs, friend. Thank you. So let's put this here. We're gonna lower ourselves down so we can see it. We can right click it. This gives us all the edit options. We're gonna take this guy, drag it down. Take this guy, drag it down to flatten it out. We're a little high up, so we're gonna try dragging it away from the wall so much. And you can see right here, we have some stairs automatically going up to it. Some areas we don't. So what this is, you can take your path tool and you can literally just take the path tool right up to the edge of the building and it automatically creates the steps for you. So we can do this and we get that. Let's put our door in there to make sure we have the appropriate size. Roller coaster. Mesa, girl, we gotta be productive. We gotta be productive. And then we're gonna take this guy. So we'll take another building. When you snap it to the building, you can see that it locks on. This keeps it parallel to the buildings. So let's do it roughly right about there. And we'll right click it, drag it down like this, drag it up just a smidge, and we'll pull it out so you can get the sometimes when you drag it out, sometimes you have to drag it out quite a little ways before you get those support beams. And if they don't appear, there's tricks to getting your own to appear. But what we're gonna do, let's Control Z that, bring it in, make it a little smaller. Drag it out like that. Drag that back. And in all honesty, I think what we're gonna do, a building on top of this also. Kind of like this. But that's how you do that. And that's what we always talk about that with layering. We always do that. Mesa, girl. I don't even know. Welcome in. Thank you for the army. How are you doing? Don't worry, we are still gonna stutter up on the name. Girl. She's like, girl. I'll tell you what though, playing that game last night, what did we play? Mafia? On Discord? That was extremely fun. I'm just saying. Alright, we're getting sidetracked. Completely getting sidetracked with what we're doing. Do you have 2 accounts? No, I don't. Z, welcome in. How are you doing? Wat, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Alright, matey. Thanks for being here. Don't be weird about it. Stay awesome. Stay cool. Stay you. Smooches. Love you. Bye. Been wanting to try this game. They used to have a demo out. I don't know if they still have the demo out, but the game did at one point have a demo. So I would definitely search on Steam, see if the demo is still available if it is out. If it's not, then unfortunately, it's not. Most of the time it goes on sale for like $11 or $12. So it's definitely something that at some point in time, it'll be even more affordable. The base level of the game goes for $15, which that in itself is nice. For a game, I feel like $15 is very nice. Alright, we're going to have to change the color of some of these buildings up as we do this. I think we're going to rough them out, put the windows down, and then we'll come through and change some of the colors. Jenny, welcome in, friend. How are you? Make sure they're relatively nice. We're going to center that guy. Patty sending the heart me's and the 10 love you so muches. Patty, thank you, friend. Thank you. Let's do this. Right click that, drop it down. I think back here we'll do a row of flowers, perhaps, on the back side. Let's see if we can rotate the sun over here. That's another thing that we can do on this game. You can control the sun, the time of day, and where the sun's coming in from. So in case you're trying to take screenshots, do video edits, show off your builds, or if it's just dark back here, you can move the sun so you can see the area you're working with a little better. Heart, welcome in. How are you doing, friend? If only Sims was this way. Yeah, I haven't played Sims ever. I played the old school SimCity, but the current style Sims, never played it. Which there's more decor options. So Paige, in September, they're coming out with an update for this game, right? So hopefully when that update comes out, hopefully they'll do more decor. because that's what a lot of people have been asking for. So hopefully it's something that they're working on. And sometimes it's just a matter of like placing your decor in particular ways to make them fit a little better. So like up here where we have the market, right? We've got limited decor, but you can kind of try to scatter it so it doesn't look like such a repeat pattern, but it still looks like a variety of tools. Heart, how are you? I see you. Swan, I'm just floating in the live. You guys just listen to X. I'm going to prep for my trip to Brazil. Swan, girl, how many countries have you traveled to? Like, you're the most traveling person I know. I'm kind of jealous. Kind of jealous. Another thing that we do, Paige, to help out with the decor, I always take a building and flatten it out. And I'll put all the different decor on it so it's easier to get to. That way you can kind of visualize what the decor looks like, the size of it, and all of that stuff before you actually go to your building and place it down. I think that helps out tremendously. I'm gonna take this guy. I'm not sure how that guy got there. We're just gonna scoot him right there. What exactly do you do in this game? Just build. That's it. It's kind of like SimCity, but a lot simpler. And that's all you do is build. That's literally it. Let's take this guy right here. So we've got 230 people in here at the moment. So anyone that's new, if you haven't done so, if you like this game, if you like the content, do me a favor. Drop a follow, say something in the chat. If you really enjoy it, send a heart me or a gift or whatever. You know what I mean? But all that stuff helps out the live tremendously. Puts us more on the For You page, gets us a little more exposure, helps us grow, and we are almost at 15,000 followers. So we're almost there. We're at like 14.8, I think. We've got 41 new followers this live so far. So we are well on our way there. So really, thank you all for being here. Thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for making it happen. Cherith, welcome in. Thank you for the heart me as well. And Stowe with the rose. Yusha with the heart me. And Stowe with 2 more roses. Thank you all so much. Goober coming in with the follow. Let's see, we're just going to kind of put some of those out. Let's see. So with the 2 heart pups, thank you, friend. Thank you, thank you. Blake, welcome in. Is this a PC game? It is. It's on PC and Mac. So if you have a Mac, you can still play it. But you have to at least have a PC or a Mac to play this game. 10 out of 10 recommended. Generally speaking, it's $15. It's available on Steam. And it goes on sale probably about every other month. Pet Carl, for the love of God, Pet Carl. Where is Carl? There he is. So people ask about NPCs. We don't have NPCs, but we have sheep. There's 3 sheep on each map. We named him Carl. That's Carl. Should I get it? Yes. We also have ducks. Quite a few ducks. If you have water, you're gonna have ducks. They're pretty cute as well. We have fish. They'll swim away from your mouse. And we have tons of, that one flew away. We have tons of little birds. Look, there's like a whole stockpile of them. $80. Are you a developer? No. How are you doing, 80? Should we lower this roof down a little bit? Yeah, I think it looks good. Looks absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. This game is amazing. Rapture, welcome back in, friend. How are you? Do you have a scale setting? No. No, you can't scale anything up. I mean, you can, you know, right click things and edit the size of them. So like this building, we've been constantly editing this building, right? So you can right click them. You can make the buildings taller. You can make them wider. And that's the tallest and the widest you can make the buildings, right? But with that being said, you can put another building on top of it and raise it up and make it just as big and just as wide. So you can make extremely tall buildings in that aspect of it. So technically, you can make buildings stacked that tall. You know, so I mean, you kind of have a lot of space to work with. Kind of have a lot of space to work with. Although it does sometimes make it feel like it's very small when you're building. And that's one of the issues. That's why I always say to check the scale of your buildings as you build. Because like this guy right here, like that seems like a single family type of building that you're wanting to build. And if you want to add on to it, you can always do like another rectangular building just attached to it and stretch it out about equal length. But a lot of the times people will make their buildings way too big. You'd love to play this in VR? I agree. I think this game in VR would be pretty crazy. Is there a height limit? Usually, that's the height limit that I just did. That's kind of the max height. Also, Arcane, thank you for the hard meat, the Go Popular, and the Tiny Carl. Thank you so much, friend. All right, let's do these from, actually, no, let's do single windows from top to bottom on this guy. What's the size on the front? Are we committed to this size? Yeah, it's about. Yeah, and keep an eye out for Patty and some of the other mods as well. They'll pin some of the comments that people ask, and a lot of the times people will come in and they'll ask the same generic question, like what game is this? And that type of stuff. If I ignore you asking what game it is, it's partially because it's written in a couple different spots, but also Patty and some of the others do a phenomenal job of pinning the answer to that question. So Patty, thank you so much. Let's do about like that much spacing. Too many windows. Hey, we gotta customize these buildings the way we can. We do have limited customization. But don't worry, we're not done yet. There will be more. We're just gonna keep deleting those guys. And let's add this guy right here. Mac, welcome in. How are you doing, friend? How are you? Ooh, Kaylin, got get ready for your anniversary? Ooh, with the hubby. Congratulations on the anniversary. Before you go though, tell us more. Tell us about your anniversary. What's the anniversary? Like, we doing years, months, marriage, dating? Kaylin's probably like, bye. Adios, I'm out. Alright, we got 258 people. If you've been in here, hanging out, lurking, do me a favor. Drop a follow. Gigi, welcome in, welcome in. Have a good night, Gigi. 12 years married tomorrow? Girl, that's awesome. Congratulations. I feel like in today's society, like marriage, there's just so many unsuccessful marriages. So genuinely, congratulations. That's awesome. Be proud. Hopefully you got 12 more and many more filled with love. Congratulations. Let's do... Gonna stare at you intensely as I eat the 80. That's honestly kind of funny and very true. Known each other since the 3rd grade in 92? Galen, let's go. That's awesome. Alright, Gigi. Love you. Big smooches. Stay awesome. Sleep well. Have a good night. Drex, how many hours do you have in this game? I've got like 600 or 700 hours in this game. What should we do for the top? I feel like we still need to do something for the top up here. Let's drag this across right here and see what we can do with it. Let's edit it, do it that light color. Ooh, too big of an edit. And then see if we can, we'll take this guy, drag him over there for now. Bring this guy to the corner. Keep it just under the roof line like that. I'll have to drag this guy away too. Just in the corner, keep it under the roof line, keep straight. How's my dog doing? He's doing a lot better, actually. He's doing a whole lot better. We got a new cone for his head off of Amazon, and he kind of favors that one a lot more than the previous cone. So he's still just hanging out doing that stuff. Yeah, Gus. Oh, Gus boy. Gus Theodore. Let's have middle names for their dogs. Or is that just an us thing? Kelsey, welcome in. Thanks for sharing. Your voice is so soothing. Coco, thank you, friend. Thanks for being here. Nem, welcome in. Thanks for the 6 roses. Welcome in. Gigi, thank you also. Did I get Gigi? Thank you for the heart meat, the tiny Carl, and the Go Popular. Girl. You like the dark ends better? I mean, we can switch it up. Let's see. We can. What if we do dark all the way around? The thing is, the rest of the building is dark. You know what I mean? We can also do kind of pinkish or orange. I feel like that just definitely doesn't look good. I think we're gonna keep it like this. In all honesty, we're gonna keep it like this. 50,000 like goal. Yes, we're at 43,000 likes at the moment. Likes are another one of those things where it's easy to do and it helps the live out tremendously. Push this out on the For You page, gets us more exposure, gets more people in here, helps us grow a little bit quicker, and all that stuff as well. It's surprising you don't get bored or wore out. I mean, the thing that keeps me going is the live. I'll be honest. Y'all coming in here and chatting makes it a lot more fun rather than just being in here by myself doing nothing. You know what I mean? And with this building, we can also add some extra layering so it adds a little more shadows and keeps it from looking so flat as well. It's like this guy, this one is kind of like 2 brick thick. This guy's only 1 brick. So we can probably drag it out a little bit like that. But you also, like, that's the thing with this game. This game also exercises, what do you say, the right side of your brain. You know what I mean? The right side, the side that helps with creativity and art and all that good stuff. So this game's definitely one that exercises your brain as you play. Whether you're creating, recreating, or just doodling, or whatever the case may be. The crazy thing is we're adding all this texture for a building that's tucked away in the back. Leave light edges. Leave the top light edges and the sides as dark. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're not completely like stroked out reading that. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So let's see. Let's see how it looks. Do dark there. I'll get back to scrolling. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for being here, friend. Liz, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. I see people hollering for Mac. Am I missing something? Did Mac say something crazy? Let's do... We've got like a lower floor down here. And honestly, with this spot, we can do some sort of a weird just addition to this as well. Just to kind of tuck it in there. Control Z coming in with the super GG. Control Z. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you, thank you. Drex, thanks for the follow as well. Onyx, welcome in. Welcome in. Alright, we'll have to... Should we just go ahead and decorate as we go? Holy cow. We also didn't put any banners on this building. Sometimes it's one of the things we skip out on. And we need to put lights. $50,000 like goal achieved. Dancing in the chat. Let's go. Patty. Let's go. Y'all are crazy with the likes sometimes. Definitely appreciate it. Like I said, that stuff helps the live out tremendously. So we're at 51,000 likes at the moment. All of that stuff pushes us on the For You page, gets us more exposure, gets more people in here, helps with the growth and all of that. So genuinely, thank y'all. Actually, we're just going to do a little dirt path for this guy. This game looks so fun. Is it just decorating? No. So Maddie, this game is the entire aspect of building. So this is Tiny Glade. It's kind of like Minecraft and SimCity had a child, except it's a lot more aesthetically appealing, if you ask me. This is all the base level game. No mods, no cheats, no add-ons. And all you do is build. Once you built, then you go through and you do the decorations and you add all the fine details and stuff, and the stuff that makes your builds come to life. Yeah, it's definitely fun. If you are creative, even if you're not creative, you can still recreate stuff like castles and churches and cathedrals and things from real life that you might want to recreate, or use it as inspiration to create your own twist on it. So yeah. Right now, we have plotted out the bottom level of our map. And so we're going through, we're editing and doing all the fun stuff down here at the moment. That's what we're currently working on. Can you go in first person view? Yeah, so you can go in first person view, and the first person view is actually a great way. So down here, for anyone that has the game, if you didn't know, Verena, welcome in. I'm doing good. How are you doing? So if you didn't know, let me plug my controller up. If you didn't know and you have this game, go down here to the camera, go down here to the camera option, and then the walking camera is over here. From here, you can walk around. And this is a great way to check the scale of everything. I feel like I haven't been in your lives in so long. Are we still on the same build? Yes, we are. Jenny, how are you doing, friend? So you can walk around in first person. And this is a great way, like I said, to make sure like your buildings are fitting together, make sure you've got enough space between things, and to make sure your like stairs aren't way too steep, and so on. Today you did eyes. So you did an eye test and now you've got glasses? Uh-oh. Lucy, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Jenny, I'm pretty sure I greeted you when you first came in. Pretty sure I saw you and greeted you when you first came in. Can't get back by likes for that? Girl, that's crazy. That's crazy. Non-refundable. No exchanges, no refunds. Yeah, so this one I pretty much only play this game when I'm streaming, and I streamed quite a bit less this month than I did last month, and so I think that's part of what's held this map up. In all honesty, for this part, I think what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna delete that, and let's grab some of these. I think we're just gonna put some flowers. Where is Jenny's emoji? Girl, what do we gotta do for it? I need some ideas. All right, Heart, we'll catch you next time, friend. We'll catch you next time. Look, y'all create it. We'll put it on there. Your voice is soothing. Thank you, friend. The details is crazy. Yeah, so the details is what really brings your builds to life in this game. And you don't have to do this crazy on the details, but in my opinion, this is what really makes it pop and makes it stand out. So what we're doing right here is we are creating a little flower bed. course, we'll come back through and we'll get rid of these plants and stuff. But that's the goal for this little project. Do it, Patty. Don't forget the windows, lots of them. Windows and flowers. Rodriguez, how are you doing, friend? You know how we do it. Edit these guys so they kind of stand out a little bit. You know what, that guy, it's all right. Actually, we're going to be anal about it. Let's bring it out just a bit. Buddy, welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Janine, thank you for the rose, the let 'em cook, and the good jobs. First time gifter coming in with it. Thank you so much, friend. How's your day going? Like I said, the gifts, the likes, the follows, the comments, being engaged, all that stuff helps the live out tremendously. Can we see the whole build? Absolutely. Let me do this little area right here, and then we'll zoom out. Tat, love your videos. Thank you so much, friend. Yeah, so this is the build in its entirety. However you want to say it. This is inspired from over in France, Mount Saint Michel. So that's what's inspired by. Where I don't know if you all have ever heard of that place. Look it up. Looks amazing. But this is inspired by that spot. It's a castle or a kingdom that's isolated by itself in the middle of, or a little bit off the shore. When the high tide comes in, it's kind of isolated, and there's only one way to get to it. So that's what's kind of inspired by. That's kind of why we did it floating, and then above water in the village surrounding it. J-Whip, thank you. Thank you, thank you. But this is what we're working on right now. We mapped these things out at the beginning of the live, and from here, we're just going through and kind of decorating them, making them look good. Awesome. Thank you for the 11 roses. Thank you so much, friend. So we're going through, we're just editing all these. I feel like we'll just go and leave this building as gray because we've already gone through and done these little edits to it and made it look like this. We'll just leave this building as is when it comes to that. We'll put like a little tree back here. Let's do some windows or something. And you know, we still gotta do lights and such stuff as well. Can we put a light right here? Is that gonna fit? Drag that up and see if we can do a light. It might be a little low lying. We might be able to drag this down and then do lights above it, and it might look better doing it like that. Patty, thank you for muting that person. You're really good at Willow. Thank you. Let's do a couple windows in here. Let's not do too crazy with it because this is definitely the little alleyway. Actually, let's put a single window there and a single window there. Zero privacy in that house, girl. They need the light. That's the thing. They need the light. You know, it's medieval times. They don't have electricity. They gotta figure out some way or another to light that house up. So that's what they do. Lots of windows. Joy, welcome in. Andrew, thanks for the follow as well. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so we got those buildings done. This building, we can change this style up. Let's change this color up. Let's do maybe pink and pink, and we don't want to do too crazy with it. Pink and the brown color, perhaps. Pink too crazy. All windows, no candles, for sure. Once the sun goes down, everyone's asleep. That's it. Knocked out. Hey, it's me, D. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? We got 76 new followers in here. So everyone, welcome in, welcome in. IMAX, this is Tiny Glade. That roof looks terrible. I think we might just keep the roofs the same color. I know we've got some different color roofs up here. If anything, we'll stick to these guys. We got the blue, the green, the orange, and the light gray. The light charcoal color. Can we... Oh goodness, doing that might just mess this whole... won't really mess it up, but it'll just be a lot more work than what I might want to put into it. We're just going to do this one with a bit of an overhang, like that. How many likes do you have? Patty. Friend, you ease in the lead with 8,000 likes. 8,300. Mark, 7,700. Sarah coming in third with 3,000. Faber, I'm not for sure how to say that name. Fabir with 2,300. Hart has 1,800. 80, 1,600. Micaiah, 1,500. Bratz with 1,500. Moon with 1,200. Patty. It doesn't show you, friend. It doesn't show you on the list. It says not enough. I'm just kidding, but really, it doesn't show you, so I'm not for sure. I'll just run that guy into this building like that. And yeah, that'll be all right. Here, we'll take this building and extend it out like this. Oh, that does make that building extremely large. But what we could potentially do is shrink this down. Like that, maybe? And do another shorter building. Let's do it attached to it so it stays parallel. Switch the roof up this way, bring it down like that. Bring it over like this. Patty, look at it. The pin comment. Holy smokes. You've taken this game to a whole nother level. My glades are always so tiny. Prudy, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? This is Tiny Glade. This is it. Right now we're currently working on the lower half of our kingdom. So we've done the floating kingdom up here. So as you can see, this is our floating kingdom. We've done, I don't know if you want to call this the upper class houses, the villages, the markets, the inns. These are the more fancy looking houses. And we've got our bar area up here. More little social areas like this. And we have our backside of the diner. Yeah, 80. This is Minecraft. 80. How was your lunch? Or dinner, I guess. More so dinner. How do you think of these designs? Coconut, we kind of just go with it. This is inspired by over in France, Mount Saint Michel. This is inspired by that. So we do get real life spots as inspirations, and we don't completely recreate things, but like me, of course this is definitely not the scale, but like these, what do we call these, buttresses? Is that what they're called? I don't remember what they're called. I have to look them up. But we've got these things, these little ridges or ribs, whatever you want to call them. These are all characteristics that are included over there on Mount Saint Michel. Could you do a game of design based off Game of Thrones? For sure, you could. I have never watched that show. I've only seen a couple episodes, and I need to get into it. I need to watch it, but I couldn't reference it. Mickey, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Also, we've got almost 300 people in here. If you're new here, if you haven't done so, do me a favor, drop a follow, send some likes in the chat, say something, let us know you're here, show some love. Should we just do the top side brick? Are there people? Y'all are crazy. I'm about to come kicking in the door in that voice chat. Be like, what are y'all doing? I can hear y'all now. Let's lower that down some. How do you get good color combos? Half of my buildings don't look historically accurate color-wise. So, I don't know. The colors, I do feel like colors are sometimes challenging. I think the developers did a phenomenal job with putting colors in here that do complement each other. But I did also used to be pretty big into drawing and art and all that stuff. And so I think that might have a little bit that contributes to it. But I feel like sometimes the colors do kind of clash. Like this purple building, I do like it, but I feel like this purple and that olive with the red doors, I feel like it does partially clash. But like this color, I think these colors go together very well. Rudy, welcome in, welcome in. Also, Rudy's in here. Rudy also plays Tiny Glade and streams this and does a phenomenal job with their creativity and the builds that they're working on. So if you want more Tiny Glade content, definitely drop them a follow. Sand, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing, girl? How are you? Will the developers be adding more stuff? Absolutely. So The developers just released this game on Mac about a month ago, and then next month they've got some additional updates coming out. They're changing the grass style. They're adding a prop menu, so instead of having to cycle through the props, you'll be able to pull up a menu. And they're doing a couple other things, but they're definitely working on the game. So I 100% anticipate them coming out with additional props, additional changes, maybe a bigger map. You know, I don't know. Who knows exactly what they might be coming out with, but I think they're definitely working on something. Actually, no, we're not going to be able to center it with the door because the door is kind of... Actually, let's through this. We'll have to kind of eyeball this because this building goes into that building. Let's center this real quick. And we need to change this. Can we just get a window with nothing? There we go. E finally at 10,000 likes. E, friend, thanks for all the support. So one of the things I do hope they add is the edit option to click through the windows that you want. Rather than having to literally click the windows, the issue is when you have a window, you have to click them. Let's do a double window, we get more options. So you have these shutters, and you literally have to click the windows to tap through all the different options. I hope at some point they add an edit feature so you can edit the style of window that you want, whether you want flowers, the clothesline, or just a plain window with none of the above, like that. Sometimes it's a lot of clicking. Let's see this blue though. Let's do a different color with this blue. Maybe switch back to the red. We still haven't done windows on this side. Or this side over here. Hannah, your PC has no storage? Yeah, definitely check to see if your PC does meet the requirements, but maybe if you're able to just make some storage, maybe you'll be able to play it then. But yeah, the game, like Avie said, this game is very small. It doesn't take up very much space. Patty has set the like goal to 100,000, FYI. We're currently at 77,000, 88 new followers, 30 people have come in with gifts, 11,000 people have stopped by the live, and we're at 330 people in here at the moment. So if you're new here, if you haven't dropped a follow yet, do me a favor, hit the follow button, say something in the chat, send some likes. Johnny, the game is Tiny Glade. It's a tight spot down there. We also haven't edited this building yet. You know what, let's just delete that window just so we don't forget we still need to edit that building. Should we do like a blue roof to match? Honestly, I think the dark color goes better with this. If we're gonna do the blue, what do we think? The dark color or the red? The dark color. Yeah, let's go with that. 80 says red. Kira, welcome in. Thanks for sharing. Patty says red also. Oh no. Patty says fine. Fine. It doesn't even matter. I don't care. I don't even care anymore. How about we leave the doors red, or we'll do the windows the dark color? How about we meet somewhere kind of in the middle, and we do that? That's one of the things. We're never going to get everybody to agree. You know what I mean? We'll spend the entire live cycling through all the different color combos before we get 90% of people to agree. And even then, there's still going to be someone adamant about another color. This one looks, I think this one definitely looks good with the dark and the white though. Let's do that. Should we do flowers up on the top of this one? Kind of like how we did over here. Should we do more flowers? What do we think? Lanterns above the doors. We could do a lot of lanterns on this spot. Could do like a whole strip of lanterns here. Kind of like center with that. I mean a whole strip, but it's not too much. Just got this game, happy to play it. Happy plushie, glad you got it, friend. Hopefully you enjoy it just as much as I do. Plushie, definitely recommend joining the Discord. Links in the bio. Join the Discord, share your builds once you get to that point. Let us see what you're working with. Be part of the community. 10 out of 10 recommend. Should we do white all the way across? I feel like the darker framework makes it stand out a little better. Yeah, if you need help, definitely ask. Let's see, what's the color on these ones again? Second browns. Can we paint them separately now? Yeah. I wish you could multi-select too. So say we put all the windows on this building or any building and you're like, you know what? I want to completely change the color schematic. I wish you could like control click this and that and select multiple windows and edit them simultaneously. You know what I mean? 80, I see you over there. What are you doing, friend? What are you doing? Let's do another door here. I hate doing the doors always centered with the buildings, but this one's kind of off center. Do that rock, I suppose. should do that same style window over here. How's the dog doing? Gus, he's doing a lot better. He still has the drain in his ear, but as far as comfort's concerned, he seems to be doing a lot better. We got him a different cone off Amazon. Amazon has all the deals, let me tell you that. But we got him a different cone off Amazon, and I think he enjoys the way, not really enjoys, you know, but I think that one fits him better, maybe. Does that look alright right there? We're gonna leave it regardless if it looks alright or not. But the cone's definitely fitting him a lot better, and he seems to be doing well. His follow-up appointment isn't until the 26th. I'll tell you what. Owning a dog costs money now. That's for sure. That is a fact. Should we do... Let's do this down here. See how this looks. Let's just do this. Make it narrow and maybe raise it up just a smidge. Like that. Delete that spot. Bring this over here. I want to buy this game just for the sound effects. Do it. Like I said, the developers, I think they did a phenomenal job with like the coziness of this game. Can we... Let's try doing it a little more, perhaps. Let's lower this down just a little bit. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to create these arches that we do every now and then. And when we create them, it creates the higher point over there on the one side. So it creates something kind of like this. That's kind of what we're trying to do as an FYI. I think what we'll do 3 of these in this little back area and put some like benches back there. I think that'll be the game plan. Just match them up to size, roughly. It's not perfect, that's alright. As we like specifically focus on perfection, it'd be alright. We're going to cut it close to that wall. Cut it close, like right there. See, the edge of the map is right there where that dotted line is. Drag this over. And then perhaps do this right here. It's alright if it's not centered. And we'll do the same thing over here. Actually, we'll just take this guy, chop it right there. In all honesty, I think what we'll do, we'll take this guy, make it a little bit thicker, along with these guys. Maybe not quite that thick. Maybe that guy got a little carried away with it. And do the same thing with this guy. I think we'll put like a little freestanding wall back here. Make sure it's kind of tucked away in there. The back side's not so important, mainly on the front side. We'll make sure it looks good on the front side. Raise it up like this. And put ourselves a little window on it. Hang tight. Let me chat with the wife. Hey, wife. How are you? Alright. I'm surprised the wife's home already. Like I said, she went to her girlfriend's house where she had a little party for her daughter who turned 12. She was going there with some coworkers. So I'm honestly kind of surprised she's back already. Did you build the whole village? Yes, we did. I think we might... I don't really want to put anything on the top of this, but I don't know, maybe it's just that they're so thick. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is. But if we do this one thin, that wall is going to pop through like that. So this one back here has to stay thick. Maybe we'll just leave that one thick. Or maybe it also might just be the step aspect of it. Also, do we do these? Do we delete the inside of these? Do we completely forget about this guy? This guy we did. What if we do this? Make it smooth. Does that look better? Making it smooth. Don't have to raise this up like that. just raise that up. Roughly match the height. Click it over here, drag it across. That's alright, it's not completely straight. It's bearable. Oh no, Rodriguez, you fried another ripe plantain? That's crazy. That's crazy. Open welcome in. You build the whole entire village? Yes. The whole village. The holy village? I don't know about the holy village. Mona, welcome in. Thank you for the army. Rudy, thank you for the army as well. Thank you, thank you. Alright. Let's see, let's see. When we look at this building right here, though, the holy village, that's what I said. Wink, is it floating? Yes, welcome in, Wink. How have you been? Jazzy, how are you? Welcome in. Yeah, so that's it. That's our floating kingdom. We've got 290 people in here at the moment. So anyone that's new, if you haven't done so, do me a favor. Drop a follow, say something in the chat, and send some likes. All of those things are just simple ways that you can help us out with growing the channel, growing the live, making it more engaging, making it more beneficial and worthwhile. But genuinely, thank you all for being here. All the likes, we're at 96,000 likes, almost 100,000 likes, 113 new followers, which is absolutely crazy. All together, can someone check the page and see if we're at 15,000 followers so far? Is this game on Steam? Sim. It is. It's on Steam. It's $15. Purely building game? Yeah, kind of. So you build and decorate. We're at 15,000? Swan, let's go. 15,000 followers achieved. Thank you all so much, y'all. That's crazy. How long have we been doing this? Like 6 months? And we're already at 15,000 followers. So genuinely, thank you all so much. It means a lot. I think for this entrance, I kind of want to do... Can we adjust this without messing those up? We can. I don't want to go too tall with it. But, like, kind of... Let's see if we can do this. Let's take these guys. And I was thinking about this the other day. And this might work. Let's take this guy and do this with it. Let's kind of make it... Maybe we can stretch the whole thing. Actually, we don't want to. Let's do this. This might... We're going to center it like that. Then we're going to do another one. Another thing that I hope they add. Let's actually raise it up all the way. Maybe not all the way, maybe like that. One of the things that I hope they add is that you can edit these arches at some point. Let's do this. See if we can add these overlapping like this. What we're looking for, I don't think we're really gonna be able to do it that well. We're looking to make that narrower, and we can adjust all the ugly to it and make it better. But I don't think, let's do somewhere where we have light. Let's delete all that real quick. Let's go over here. So the goal let's do a flat building real quick. The goal that we're trying to do is overlap these arches to make them look pointier. But I don't think it's really gonna look that well. I don't think we're really gonna be able to do what we're aiming for. But we made it to 103,000 likes. This is how I want to make D&D maps. Ling, for sure. If you play D&D, a lot of people come in here and they talk about playing D&D. I definitely think that if you play D&D, you can 100% recreate your D&D maps and make it a real thing. You know what I mean? Alright, well, regardless of doing that, maybe what we can do, add a neat little characteristic to this build. We can still make it skinny. We can still drag it up. Bring it through like that. Make sure it's flat against the wall. Create a dot right there. It is so dark in this spot right here. Let's do that. Edit the railing off of it. Ooh, I think we missed it. Take the railing off, back it back towards the wall, drop it down, put a dot on it right there. And let's get some of these guys. Sand, welcome in. Thank you for the heart me as well, friend. Thank you a lot. Mittens, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Honestly, would it be too much to put flowers up here? Would that just be too much to do? Game development knows. So this is a game in itself. And this is Tiny Glade, and all you do is build. Never too much. That's what we're looking for. This looks really nice, Rudy. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you, thank you. Let's do over here. If you run your stairs across a flat building like this, it always keeps them flat as well. Hold the control key, keeps them flat to the ground. And that way, when you do something like what we're doing right now, you don't have to worry about editing the height of them and keeping them level, because they're level by default. Let's make it skinny. Bring it over like this. Let's make it a little more skinny. Drag it down. In all honesty, we can just click that. Give it a little bit of a curve to it. That'd be alright. Doesn't have to be perfect. Domo, welcome in, friend. How are you? Christine, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. What's with the heart? Question mark? Rodriguez? We're just being a little crazy with adding some extra detail. I think this is what takes us so long to make our builds. Having all these little details. Completely unnecessary, but adds a little bit to it. Great, did you make the whole thing? Yes. This entire build? Yes. It'll be worth it on repeat, for sure. My heart stabbed by an arrow? Yeah, Rodriguez. Sometimes the heart's E. Are you still in here? Are you still in here, E? Oh, gosh. Sometimes things get erased. You know what I mean? Oh, gosh. Don't tell anyone else, especially E. Don't tell E. Or Ray. Don't tell Ray either. It's nice to not attend. Oh, goodness. Alright. Let's finish this building. Let's see, let's see. Oh gosh, we can still see that. Let's make this thicker. Maybe I just don't look at it. Just don't look at it. It'll be alright. Nobody saw, definitely. Yeah, not 330 people. No one saw. No one saw. No one's looking. Don't even see a thing. Let's keep the same style for this building. Do the cathedral style doors and windows. Kudo. Let's look. Kudo with 10,600 likes. Oh, E is still in here. E has 10,200 likes. Oh, goodness. Maybe he's not in here, but he definitely has 10,200 likes. Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird, you all. So proud of myself. Kudo. Thank you so much, friend, for all the likes. Like I said, the likes helps drive the live. It really does. Helps push us out. Puts us on the For You page, gets us more followers, all the good stuff. So genuinely, thank you all so much. Let's do this guy up a little bit, yeah. What if we put one in the middle, drag it up like that? Gosh, what do we think about that? Let's put railings on it, yeah. How long do we plan on streaming for? So we're probably gonna cut it short. Not really cut it short, but we're probably gonna end it here in a minute because we've been going at it for just that 2 hours. And my wife is home. And I didn't know, but I'm supposed to be taking her on a date. So I'm not sure where we're going on a date. She said she wants to go to Books a Million, which is not in the county that we live in. So we're probably gonna do that. You know, it would be kind of neat. What if we took this, brought it off the ground, create a little pathway going back there with this spot? Is that too much? I feel like that tall, skinny building kind of looked good right there too, though. What if we did this? Can we do a pathway and make that turn into arches? That's still not an arch. This game's crazy sometimes. One of the things that I wish they would allow you to do as well, so when you have a building and you take a path and run a path to it, it'll create these barn style doors, which they're cool. They're cool. But sometimes if you create a lot of the path, it'll create these arches. But you have to do like an entire row. So it makes it tough. The stream grind is more important. That's wild. That's wild. So, what if we take this building, make it skinnier, perhaps? You know what might even make it better? Oh, we can't do a wooden wall. Look how much we have to do to force that. And it's still not an arch. That's crazy. I mean, that looks kind of neat in itself, like that. That does look fairly neat. Does it? Yeah, we're not going to do that though. But I do like the way this looks. So I kind of want to walk pathway going through here, but I don't think we're going to do it. I think we're going to leave it like it is. We'll think about it. But with that being said, Patty, be proud. We finished decorating the upstairs of these buildings today. Put the windows in, put the doors in. We're gonna leave that door blue. Did the same thing over here. And we went through down here. We did this building, the little walk pathway piece going on over here, this little thing, the front and the back, did the little flowers. We did this building, this guy right here, this guy. And this one. So when we zoom out, we did, if we're looking at like a loading bar, we're somewhere like this much done of this much. So we're almost there. Almost there. Luke, welcome in, welcome in. So we've got 310 people in here at the moment. If you haven't done so, do me a favor, drop a follow, say something in the chat, send some likes. We gotta go. So real quick, before we leave, I feel like we haven't done this in a while. All right, so people always ask, are there dragons in this game? Well, guess what? There are dragons. So, real quick, we can't do everybody because it would take forever. But, as always, Patty freaking being a boss with the mod. That says Patty, not Potty, FYI. Being a boss with the mod. Thank you so much, Patty. Hang tight. Let's turn it a little bit daytime. We also had Misa in here. And Jenny. And Kudo coming in, being a freaking boss with, being a freaking boss with, let me look. Oh wait, oh gosh. With a total of 13,000 likes. E coming in right behind him, 10,000, and Mark coming in third, being a boss, always being a guest. With 8,000 likes. So genuinely, thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for freaking being awesome. Always stay cool, stay awesome, do your thing, stay beautiful, buckle your seatbelts, do all that good stuff. All right, for real. 80, you're always in here too. Being a guest of honor, being freaking awesome. So dude, thank you. Just don't look at how sloppy it is. All right, just sloppiness doesn't count. doesn't count. All right, for real, if you haven't done so, do me a favor, drop a follow, do your thing. I'll catch y'all next time. Don't be weird about it. Love you. Bye. Smooches. All right. Let's raid out for the purple app real quick. Noel, you gotta stop a little. Noel, calm down. Let's see if anyone we're following is playing Tiny Glade or a cool calm game. Y'all know how it is though. We'll usually raid out and kind of dip. So, sorry. Let's raid out to let's raid out to Rogue. Rogue's come into the chat quite a bit. I don't think she's been in for a minute. We're gonna raid out to Rogue Rivers. She's playing Dead by Daylight. So again, Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being here. We'll catch y'all next time. Don't be weird about it. Love you. Bye. Smooches.